Hey everybody, it's Charlie at JC3 Cards and Collectibles with my buddy Stu. We are raw and unfiltered tonight. We haven't done this in a while, but we're going to do a little bit of a sales video tonight. I haven't done one in a few weeks. Sales picked up quite a bit recently. I would say around Valentine's Day, things kind of made a nice turn. Started to see some pretty good value that made the sales videos a little tougher. But I was feeling good today. It is actually my 50th birthday today. Can you believe it? You think when you're younger, you think 50 is so old, and then you get there and you're like, well, I got a lot of stuff to do yet, and it doesn't seem that old. So I had a great day. Had a good day of sales. I thought I would share them with you. This is actually not everything of my sales. This video today is going to be everything that happened after about, I don't know, 11, 12 o'clock today. Because that's when I make sure I have all my available sales from the morning out into the mail, make sure our local carrier picks them up for the day. If I do it any later than that, I run the risk of missing him. Usually he's here around 1 o'clock or so, but you never know. Sometimes it's 4 o'clock. Sometimes it's 11 o'clock. I just never know. And we had a nice spring snowstorm today. We got about 5 inches of snow this morning. So I was kind of thinking they'd be a little later today, but they were right on time. So it was good that I didn't take any extra time to get that out of there. So anyway, this is everything that came through after 11 a.m. today. Includes a couple multi-quantity sales, one very large order. I had a buyer buy 48 cards in one order, and another order. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in another order, and then a few singles in there. So we will be back right after this to share them. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks again for joining us tonight. We're going to be going over our sales for today. It is Friday, March 22nd, 2024. The sales vid is back after a few weeks departure, but Stu said he was getting a little lonely. He missed it. So we definitely needed to bring it back. So here we are today. So again, these represent today's sales after about 11 a.m. today, after our primary mail drop for the day. So we're going to switch over to the card cam, and we're going to start with some of our singles. And I'm actually going to show you this first one is not actually a card. It is a coin. So let's take a look at that. Let's see if I can get this to set up the way I like it. I don't like that. Let's see how else we can do this. There we go. That's a little bit better. So our first item today is a Topps coin. That's right, a Topps coin. Every once in a while I sell some of these. My brother had these, and he had a set of about 25. And it's really kind of interesting to me. I tried to sell them for a while as the partial set, had most of them there. These are 1990 Topps coins, by the way, and this is number 2, Brett Saberhagen of the Kansas City Royals. But anyway, I tried to sell these as a lot, of everyone I had for a while, and they just didn't go. Converted them all to single listings, and I've sold about a half a dozen of them now. Still have some more to go, but I think they're pretty cool. I don't remember these in the early 90s. I think some people call them milk caps. They're officially known as Topps coins. I think they're kind of cool. They're different colors. These ones are pink. You've got a little bio on the back, just like you would a card. This is number 2 in this set. So nice little sale there. I sold that for $2.99. And then we had some WNBA action. We had a Sue Bird Fearless insert sell. I'm starting to sell more and more WNBA. This is a 2021 Panini Prism WNBA Fearless insert number 11, Sue Bird of the Storm. Nice looking card there. Sue Bird is a legend in the WNBA already. She hasn't, I guess she's been playing for a while now, but I think of people that have been playing forever, like playing for 20 years, and I don't think Sue Bird played anywhere near that long. But she is already, I guess we can say, legend in the fact that she has been one of the champions of bringing the WNBA to the forefront, making them relevant, growing the fan base. And I think that's all very well-deserved accolades for her to say she's participated and driven that. I think all of that is true. So Sue Bird here sold for $4 today for some WNBA. Then we have Patty Mahomes. Can't have a day without Patty Mahomes, right? We've got a 2019 Panini Chronicles Studio, number S18, Patrick Mahomes II. This sold for $5 today in a single sale. I like the studio cards. They're nice. The back's kind of unassuming here. But they kind of have this little bit of a canvas look to them. I don't know if the camera will pick it up if we go a little closer, but you can really see like a textured cardstock. And then it's got that gold foil print on it, or bronze, if you will. I just think they're classy cards. Typically, when I see them, I buy them. You don't see them a lot in good value boxes, and I think that's why, because they're really nice cards. This is an Inception card, and I occasionally see Inception cards in value boxes, and I buy them up every time. I love the Inception. The only drawback is they are a little thicker, as you can see, unusually thick. If I compare that to this Panini Revolution, look at the difference in thickness. And what people like to say, what sellers like to say, is unnecessarily thick. But it does make them durable. Cal Raleigh is a young catcher for the Seattle Mariners. This is a rookie card for him. This is 2022 Topps Inception number 3, Cal Raleigh. And Cal Raleigh's a young player that is only in his second year now, and the sky's still the limit. He was much ballyhooed as a catcher coming out of the minors. So I still think that's a great investment to see where he goes. If you're not familiar with the Inceptions, there's what the back looks like. Here's what I love about picking up Inception and Studios. Those are boxes that I've never bought myself. They're typically priced out of my price point for buying a hobby box. But I can get them at shows like this. It's sometime after the release, of course, but if you want them, you can get them once the hype dies down, and I think they're worth it. These are really nice cards. All right, up next we've got an auto card. We've got a Sheamus auto. This is a card that I had a little trouble selling because I'm a wrestling fan. It is a 2022 Panini Revolution WWE Autographs AG SHM Sheamus. You can see on card. No, that's a sticker auto. That's a sticker auto. I had to look twice at that. With blue ink. I had a buyer message me today, and I had this priced a little higher than what I ended up taking, but the buyer made me a pretty low offer. It was a little less than half of my asking price, and added a note saying, "Hey, that's a really nice Sheamus card. It's that auto is real, but it's going to fade over time with that blue ink. Almost justifying, hey, I'm making a really low offer because I think that auto is going to fail over time. Kind of a weird strategy to take. So I've had this for a while, and I've had some offers, and I haven't quite gotten what I've asked for. So I did come down quite a bit, but above that buyer's first offer. So we ended up agreeing on $9.99 for this. Pretty happy with that. I still made a nice little profit on it. But it was hard to let go because, one, I love Panini Revolution. I just love that speckle foil, if you will. It really shimmers nice. Sheamus is a guy that's been in the WWE for a long time, and I appreciate him as a worker. And then it's an auto. I have two other autograph cards in my PC for wrestling, and that is Tatanka and Badass Billy Gunn. And I only have those autographed. They're on-card autograph in person at a wrestling show. And of course, I don't even have a certificate of authenticity. So those cards are going to just stay in my PC forever, and I'm fine with that. But this was one that is authenticated, verified by Panini. So there was a part of me that said, maybe I need to hold on to that, but I let it go. And then we have one more single for today. Looks like I didn't bring it over yet, so let me go get it. All right, I got it here. Put it on in there. This is, so I believe I always say this name wrong, and someone's going to probably correct me. I always say George McCann, but I believe it's George Mikan. Either way, legendary player in the NBA. This is a 2012-2013 Panini 186 George Mikan, Minneapolis Lakers. I always talk about loving the history of athletics. So I get a lot of these legendary players whenever I can find them. I like the blue on this. Nice choice in design. That's carried over to the back. You can see that here. Lakers center. What does that say? C99. Center number 99. Was he number 99? That's an interesting number to have. Back in that day, I feel like they were much more structured and rigid with what was acceptable. But you got the Minneapolis Lakers logo there. Of course, now the Los Angeles Lakers. So it might be a pretty big fan base around the Minneapolis Lakers as well. I don't know. I've never really looked into it much, but cool card. You got the black and white image on a nice, I think the designers did a nice job of juxtaposing that black and white image with the lightly colored frame so as not to overpower it. Listen to me. All of a sudden, I'm an art critic, right? All right. So those are our singles sales for the day. Like I said, really happy with those. Those came on strong in the second half of the day. Now, let's go to one of our bulk sales. So this buyer got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. Made a nice little run. Let's start it off with Rookie of the Year in the National League, Mr. Corbin Carroll. His rookie card. So that one, let's see here. Looking for the listing for that one and give you a little more detail. Although you're probably familiar. 2023 Topps 401 Corbin Carroll rookie with the Diamondbacks. Made a number of sales on this one. Of course, you win the Rookie of the Year, you become a hot commodity. But I will say this. I think Corbin Carroll's the real deal. I don't think he's going to be a flash in the pan. I think you're going to hear his name quite a bit more. And then I sold also the holiday version of that. This one is the 2023 Topps Holiday H113 rookie card version. So this buyer doubled up on Corbin Carroll, and I, for one, do not blame him because I think he is a superstar for sure. But he wasn't done yet. He was on the hunt for some rookie cards. So the buyer also went on to buy this Future Stars Adley Rushman rookie card, 2023 Topps Chrome Future Stars Adley Rushman, the Baltimore Orioles. Sharp card there. It is a chrome. It's got a nice reflection on it. It's got that sturdiness of chrome. The colors just pop though on this, in my opinion. I mean, you can see it right there. It just pops off the page, and you got the nice rookie badge. But then of course, this buyer had to go after some Gunnar as well. So we've got a Gunnar Henderson that is a 2023 Topps Archives 2003 Topps throwback 202 of Gunnar Henderson. So you can see it is in the style of 2003 Topps. And again, we've got the rookie badge on there. But then the buyer also got a Topps Chrome Action Stars of Gunnar Henderson. And I think that rivals that Future Stars one as well. Action Stars is very cool. 2023 Topps Chrome update. Action Stars ASC2 Gunnar Henderson rookie card. But the buyer wasn't done. Wasn't done with Gunnar Henderson. I talk about these Bowman Platinums being sneaky plays. They also bought this Bowman Platinum rookie of Gunnar, 2023 Bowman Platinum number 79, Gunnar Henderson. And then it must have been a holiday day for me because I sold quite a few Topps holiday cards. Also bought Gunnar in the Topps holiday. Let me look at the detail on this one. 2023 Topps holiday H50 Gunnar Henderson. Also a rookie card, as you can see the badge there. So this buyer really cleaned up on Gunnar Henderson cards. But they had a couple more. And these ones were good to see because I've had... so these are going to be Luis Robert cards. And I loaded up on Luis Robert cards. And it's taken a while to see them start to move regularly. But they've really kind of hit their stride now. This first one is a Bowman's Best, which I am a fan of. I don't get a lot of Bowman's Best, but every time I find one, I find myself saying those are pretty sharp cards. Looking here for the details, that's a 2020 Bowman's Best, number 10, Luis Robert of the Red Sox, rookie card. You can see the badges down in the bottom corner on these ones. And then they doubled up and they bought this Topps Holiday rookie card as well. This one, 2020 Topps Holiday HW2 Luis Robert. It's just the base Topps Holiday. It's not the metallic snowflake. Doesn't have the candy cane bat or the hat or the scarf, anything like that, of course. Just the base. But it is another rookie card. So you can see the badge there. And this one, I actually had two buyers compete over today. I had a buyer. Well, actually, we're going to see the next lot of cards that the buyer who originally asked me about this card was looking at. But in the time that I was working with the buyer with the 48 card lot, we'll see next, before they accepted and paid, somebody else swooped in and bought this card. And I have a policy of, hey, I'll create these custom bundles for you, and I will put them together. I'll send you a custom listing, but I am not going to pull down the singles listings until you confirm the purchase for me, because it's quite a bit of work. And sometimes, depending on what's going on, it might take me the better part of a day to put something like that together. If the buyer's in a hurry, obviously I will prioritize it for them and do it right away. But sometimes, if I'm at my office job and I only have my lunch period or my breaks, I can't put something like that together as easily, and I would have to wait until I'm home. So the key there is communicating clearly with the buyer. But in this case, I was in the process of putting it together and sending a new listing for a lot out to the buyer so they can accept it. And someone else came in and purchased this and paid right away. So we had competition for Luis Roberts' rookie Topps holiday card today. So you may be wondering, well, how do you handle that with the other buyer? Well, As I said, I loaded up on Luis Robert. I've got quite a few different cards. I went back to that first buyer and I said, hey, um, I did mention this might happen, but I had another buyer swoop in and purchase and pay for one of your cards while we were putting the deal together. Um, but I have these 6 other Luis Robert cards. Some are Topps Holiday, some are rookie cards. Would you like me to substitute any one of these in there for this card that another buyer swooped in and bought? Oddly enough, that buyer said, sure, any one of those 6 is fine, but then messaged me and said, hey, I just took another look at your store, and how about this other Topps Holiday card? And it was similar. So we actually ended up putting in not another Luis Robert Topps Holiday card. We put in a Christian Yelich card. So go figure. So that's that 9 card bulk buy that we had. That was a pretty decent sale. We came to $23 on that. Or, I'm sorry, $31 on that one. Well, no, this buyer used a coupon. The final sale price was just about $24, $23.67. So a nice little multi-card buy there. Now, let's get to the last sale I'm going to share with you today because it is the 48 card sale. Now, I just happen to have this 100 count plastic. Well, it's probably more like 50. I guess there's no listing on it that says exactly how many cards it holds. But I can tell you this has 48 and it is just about full. Now, I can push them down a little bit. If I push them down, you can get room for maybe another 25 cards. So maybe it's a 75 card holder, but I got this as part of another deal where I picked up some cards from a private seller's home, and a set was in this, and I thought, well, I'll just repurpose that and I'll use it for this order. So this is what it looks like under the camera. You can get a little closer view if I can get this lined up to the right way. Sorry, you may have noticed behind me, I am not in my normal studio space. We've got some company coming, and my office space, my studio space, is actually a shared area in the house. It's kind of a finished portion of our basement. And it's also got a pull-out couch and its own half bath. So we have company coming, and they are stealing my office for the next week. So I just moved all my stuff up to another room of the house just last night. This is really the first time I'm trying to shoot anything from this room. A little bit different feel, but my camera setup, my card cam is set up a little bit different as well. So you can see, here's what this looks like. We're going to go ahead, take these cards out and go through them. You can hear that plastic door shut on that. Tells you the idea of how solid that is. And then I'm actually going to ship this out in a bubble mailer here. And what I do is on each side of this, I'm going to put some extra cardboard to give me a nice surface to put that label on. You know, it'll keep that surface nice and flat and wide for me. Just a little extra trick that I've learned to do. Because if you can't get the label on just right, that can be one of the main things that cause some delivery delays, right? All right, so let's get into this buyer's cards. Up first, it's a horizontal card. It is the Christian Yelich Topps Holiday that I was just talking about. You can see that one's not a rookie. It is also the base Topps Holiday. But the buyer was a former Wisconsinite and said, hey, I really like all the Brewers and Packers you have and the Bucks. You know, can we make a deal for a large buy? And I think the buyer is just getting back into cards because they told me that this was going to significantly increase the number of cards they have. But we had a really good transaction, and I would expect this seller or this buyer is going to come back to us as a seller, and that's always a big goal of ours is to have repeat buyers. So, all right. So again, Topps Holiday. Let's see. I'm looking at my list to see what year this is. And of course, I had to make a change on my list. There it is. Actually, the second Christian Yelich card this buyer purchased from me in this lot. I can't find it on my list. Did I not update it in my spreadsheet to share with you today? That's entirely possible. Um, no, it's in here someplace. Oh well. So I guess I would tell you I am not going to be able to share with you all the details on it at the moment because I can't find it in here. I know right about where it was in the spreadsheet too. Um, Here we go. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find it. All right. There's. No, I didn't see it there. Okay. Oh, this is 2020 Tupps Holiday. I think one of the other ones we had for Luis Robert was a 2020 as well. Nice card. You get the wreath pattern. You got the snowflake print. But it's the base from that set, so I was happy to put that in there. Then we got a Zion. I still sell quite a few Zions. Let me get this just right. This is a Crusade. The Crusades are favorites of mine. I really like them. They sell pretty well for me. And this is a 2019-20. Um, I had this listed out in the store for $275. Of course, this buyer with the volume buy, we negotiated on the full lot, so they didn't actually pay the $275. But it's I consider it a nice low end insert, and they sell pretty well. Then up next, I've got a Panini Contenders 2021 Rookie of the Year Contenders. It's got a little speckle finish. I'm not familiar with this player. In fact, I wasn't sure if it would be a good one for me to put out because I didn't know that player. The player's name is Denny Avija, something like that. Obviously, foreign-born player in the NBA now for the Wizards. So I just am not familiar. So I know I'm murdering that name. But a nice little card. I like the design. It's not a parallel, but it's got that nice parallel like finish on it. So that's really the eye appeal that made me buy it, right? I said that's a nice looking card. I think I should be able to move that. So I picked it up, and sure enough, I did move it. Then we got some more basketball. We've got a Ja Morant coming up here. And this is one of those crunch time inserts from Panini. Is it Panini? Is it Don Ross? What do these ones come from? Yeah, it's 2020, 2021. Panini Don Ross Crunch Time. I like the cereal box ones. I like the Marvels ones. I always pick them up when I can find them for a good price in the value boxes. And here's one that I was able to sell today. Even after negotiating, this went for about $5. I had it listed out there for almost 10. So pretty nice flip for a card that I shop exclusively, almost exclusively in value boxes. Dollar and under are my sweet spots when I'm out at card show shopping. I will sometimes go in the $2 boxes if a dealer has a bunch of half off sales out there for some little bigger cards. I might dally in those, but I am typically in those value boxes. It's rare I'm digging in a card box that says anything more than $2. So to flip some of these is pretty nice. Then we got a 21-22 Panini Don Russ Orange Hollow Laser of DeMontis Sabonis. I picked up a few of Sabonis cards, and he just doesn't have the draw that I thought he did. There was a window of time when I heard a lot about Domantas Sabonis, but the cards I picked up have taken a while to sell, so I was happy to see this one go as well. Then we've got a 2021-22 Panini Don Ross, the rookies insert. Sorry, it flipped over a little bit. Of Scotty Barnes. Nice little card here. Insert rookie set. Unassuming card. Geez, Scotty Barnes is jacked there. Holy cow, he must spend some time in the weight room, that's for sure. But a nice sale on that. This next one, though, is a card that I really like. You know, if I were, every once in a while, I'm tempted to keep a card for myself. This was one of them. It's a 2021-22 Illusions number 10 King of Cards insert in the emerald green Trae Young. This is nice for a couple of reasons. One, the King of Cards design is super cool. Two, you've got kind of a hex design in the background. If I go a little closer, it almost gives it a texture. There you can see some of those triangles. Almost gives it a texture. And then you've got the emerald green parallel as well. So I think those are super cool cards. Anytime I see one out there in a value box, I'm going to scoop it up, because I truly believe shouldn't be too hard to resell that and find a forever home with a buyer someplace, because it is so nice in the eye appeal. Then we have a Brooke Lopez blue hollow parallel at a 199. This is a 21-22 Panini Prism. You can get a good look at that. You can see the little bit of a hollow refraction. You've got the blue parallel. And as I said, it is numbered out of 199. If I flip that over on the back, you can see it right there. Actually sold a couple of Brooke Lopez cards in this buy. But as I said, it was a former Wisconsin resident who still loves the Wisconsin teams, Bucks, Brewers, Packers. So they were willing to go ahead and throw this in, as well as another Brooke Lopez. So this one I originally had out in my store for $6, and we negotiated on a price for that. Sticking with the Bucks, we've got a Purple Ice serial numbered out of 149, 2021-22 Panini Prism Chris Middleton. So a lot of folks are fans of the blue sapphire cards from Topps. This is that same type of design, right? This is that they call it a ice design, but it's the same effect in the cards. So I think these are cards that people really like as well. In fact, I had this listed out on my store for $8 and made the sale for that today. Then we have big game Bobby Portis with a 21-22 Panini Recon card. This is a nice purple card. We've got a refractor finish, and that is serial numbered out of 99. You can see there. So a nice Bobby Portis card to go along with this. I do like the Recons. It's another one of those kind of thicker cards. It's about twice as thick as your standard card. The Bobby Portis here I had out in the store for $5 today, and that went today as well. Then we get into a little bit of baseball, and I'm going to slide these over because they're going to start moving around on me. A lot of these are those slick finishes. One of the coolest cards that I've picked up lately, actually, in my opinion. Let's see if there we go. Everything's tough to get the right positioning on there because it's all reversed on me. This is a Topps Chrome Trophy Hunter from 2023. Well, I stand corrected. It's not actually Topps Chrome. It's Topps Stadium Club Chrome. And it is Fernando Tatis, I believe. Yeah, Fernando Tatis Jr. I just really like the trophy hunter design, and it carries over on the back a little bit too. Not your typical back of a card. Not shy to make something different there, Tops, and I applaud you for that. I think it's a really cool card. I am always on the lookout for more of these. I've only found a couple of them in value boxes so far. Sticking with Fernando Tatis, we've got a Panini Don Ross Diamond Kings, and that's a parallel as well. So sold a couple of Tatis today. He's kind of a steady seller for me. I think they call this the purple parallel. Just double checking. No, this is actually the pink hollow parallel, and that's because the background here is pink, even though the border is blue, and I almost think of that as like a purple. But because it's hollow and it catches the light differently, I think that throws it off. That's actually a pink hollow. So a nice little sale with that. We recently let this player go here in Green Bay. This is a Donruss Optic, always a good buy in value boxes. 2020 Donruss Optic from Panini, Zadarius Smith. And we got the refractor on that as well, the base refractor. Let me get this aligned. More Luis Robert. Again, Panini Donruss Optic 2021. It's the Unleashed insert. I buy these all the time. I love them. A lot of other people out there love them as well. You got the lion, the jungle. The Unleashed logo is pretty cool. So I think they're an easy sell. I get them every time I can. And then we've got another Topps Holiday. I told you it was a day for Topps Holiday. This is a 2021, I believe. 20 might be 2022. Let me see. I'll take a closer look and be sure. I'm 50 now. My eyes are a little weaker. 2022. I was right the first time. I always love it when I think I'm wrong, but I'm actually right. This though is the Candy Cane Bat short print parallel. Love what Topps Holiday does with these parallels. They're super fun. Looking for the hats, scarves. There's necklaces that are Christmas lights and things like that. You just never know what they're going to do. Then we moved on to some Brewers. We got a refractor 2021 Bowman's Best refractor of Sal Frelick. Looking for more good things coming out of Sal Frelick this year. Same year and set, this buyer also bought a Henry Davis prospect right there, who is a rookie now. He's officially a major league rookie now. Really nice young player. I'm excited to see what he can do as well. And then up next is a box topper card. 2021 Christian Yelich. 70 years of Topps Tech box topper. You can see it is, I love Topps Tech. So it's acetate. It's got a design in the clear portion. It's got a little bit of a hollow finish on it. Christian Yelich is up at the plate. I look for these all the time, and they're not super expensive. I had this out in my store for $5. I mean, Yelich had his years as a superstar. Now I would say he's still a top tier player, but he's not. I wouldn't call him a superstar. Players like that you can get at a pretty affordable price. And I just think the eye appeal of these Topps Tech cards are awesome. Then this buyer went on a Wander Franco buying spree from me. So we got a Panini Crusades insert rookie card. I think that's from Chronicles. Let me take a look. Panini Chronicles Crusade. Yep, sure is. So you got one Wander rookie card there. Buyer actually got a few more that we'll see today. Then we're back to the Brewers. We got a 2022 Bowman Chrome Mojo refractor of Garrett Mitchell, another exciting young player for the Brewers. And then we talked about the Blue Sapphires, actually. Here's an example, 2022 Bowman Chrome. So essentially the same set, but in the blue sapphire alternative set, I guess I will say, because it's its own. This is its own set, technically, I believe. So you can see it's got those little triangles that refract the light, look like the Hope Diamond. If you're familiar with the movie Titanic, you're probably familiar with the Hope Diamond. But it catches the light just right, and it's nice, deep color blue, one of my favorite colors anyway. And again, we've got Garrett Mitchell. Then we've got the Bowman Chrome Mojo Refractor. Same year, we've got the Sal Frelick as well. So those are always popular. I sell quite a few of the Mojo Refractors. They don't typically hang around long. Then we got our first Yankee, I believe, 2022 Panini Absolute Icons insert of Mr. Aaron Judge. I'm going to switch out my pile again to make sure they don't start running around on me. Then we got a guy, unfortunately, was a hot rookie last year, injured himself. Pretty traumatic injury, actually. But we got a 2022 Panini Chronicles Threads, O'Neal Cruz of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Excited to see what he does this year coming back. Another card here that I really seek out in the value boxes, try to grab them whenever I can find them. 2022 Panini Diamond Kings, but it's the aficionado insert. And it's interesting because I've seen my friend Adam over at the Dollar Box sometimes going through cards and his pickups videos, his card show videos. And I remember specifically one time I saw him leave an aficionado card, and I'm like, "What are you doing? I'd kill to find that in that Dollar Box. I take them every time." And it was a show we were both at, so I was like, I hope it's one I picked up. But you can see why. A nice sale on the aficionado. It's a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I don't sell a lot of Vladdy Jr. In fact, I had this out there at $1.99 just because it was Vladdy. If it was a better known player, a bigger superstar like Ohtani, somebody like that, I would definitely probably have that out there for 3 times that price, just off the top of my head. But on eye appeal alone, even lower tier players, and Vladdy's great. Don't hate me because I referred to him as a lower tier player. I just mean lower than the pinnacle of the sport right now. He's certainly very high up there, but not quite at the pinnacle. But the eye appeal of aficionado is what gets me every time. And speaking of eye appeal, we got another shiny one. We always talk about shiny and fun. 2022 Panini Don Ross Dominators insert in the Rapture prism type of finish. So you can see millions of little tiny dots in there that refract the light. We got Matt Olson in his Oakland A's jersey, I believe. Yep, Oakland A's. We also have a Jordan Lawler sighting. So we've got a 2022 Topps Sights on September insert from Bowman Chrome. And this, again, another hollow type card because it's a Topps. We're supposed to say hollow. And then Panini is the prism, but they're the same concept. So nice little insert there. I've got a few of these Sights on Septembers left yet of a couple other players. Good to see Jordan Lawler's go out the door. I've sold a few other ones already. Bowman Chrome's a pretty affordable set, so you can't really ask a ton for these. But I think they're, for a prospect that's on the cusp of being a rookie, which he was at this time, I think they're a great card to seek out. Then we got another UFC card here. Well, actually, this might be the first UFC card of the day. 2022 Panini. I think it's this is from Don Ross. It's the Octagon Marvels inserts, and it's John Bones Jones, fantastic fighter. Has had a little bit of trouble outside the ring that has caused him some difficulties, but in the octagon, he's fantastic. I sell quite a few John Jones, always on the lookout for more. Then over to football, we got a 2023 Panini Plates and Patches football of Devonta Smith. And this is the gold parallel. It's got a little bit of a prismatic finish to it. But the big thing on this is if you can see that serial number there, it is out of 35. 35. Maybe you can see it right there. It's a little tough to get the angle just right for you. There you go, 35. So low numbered card, nice finish on it. It's Devonta Smith, so it's a little bit of a ceiling on there. But what was I asking in my store for Devonta Smith? I've had a lot of interest in this card, and it took me a while to find the right price point on it. I did end up coming down a little bit. I had this out in the store at $10. So I think initially I probably had it closer to 15. I've come down on it a couple times, and when the opportunity came today to include it in this bulk buy, I said I think it's time for Devonta Smith to go to his forever home. Then we're back on Wander Franco and Wander Franco rookies. This one from Bowman Chrome, his base Bowman Chrome rookie. Then we have an insert from Bowman Chrome, also a rookie card. And personally, I like these insert rookies. They give it a little extra flavor. For cards that I'm looking for, I like to seek out the insert rookies for my own collection because they're just more fun than the base. I know if you're, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Old school collector, you probably just want the base. You're really concerned about the base. It's pure, right? But for me, I like a little fun, a little flair. So this is the Shades of Greatness insert for Wander Franco. A nice looking card there. Another Wander Franco. I always talk about Donruss Optic is a great set to find in the value boxes. It's a great card brand. It's got a lot of followers on it. They make a pretty quality card as well. Another rookie card of Wander Franco, the Contenders season ticket. Nice card there. We actually had some A-Rod sell as well. Aaron Rodgers, purple die cut prism. Let's see, what year was this from? I'm going to say like 2022 is last year here in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, where are you? And this is the purple parallel. So this is a 2020 Panini Select Concourse purple prism die cut. I had this out in the store for $5, and the buyer chose to select this as part of their bulk buy. Then we have a little memorabilia for basketball. We've got 2021-22 Panini Prism basketball, and we have sensational swatches with a little material swath for Brooke Lopez. Because it's a memo card, it's a little thicker. That's the ideal time to move it in a bulk buy because I'm going to have to use larger packaging anyway, right? So may as well ship as many of those thick cards in a bulk buy as you can sell. It makes a lot of sense. Then we got my buddy Brett Favre. Gotta love some Brett Favre. Did I take two? No, I just got one. So we've got an Upper Deck Collectibles mini jersey collection card here. There must have been some nice jersey swatches in this set. This card is just a base card, though, but I think the buyer made a nice buy there with this looking down the line of all the linemen's back. Maybe that's just me. I am a former offensive and defensive lineman. I am also a lineman football coach at the high school level and middle school level. I've had experience in both. So anytime I see something featuring linemen in a way, I get kind of excited. So I think a great buy by my buyer there. Then some more Brett Favre. I'm going to spin this because it's horizontal. We've got score 93, score 95. Yeah, score 95, number 64, Brett Favre. Just a $1.99 card, but I'll take it. back to vertical, and you can see those cards moving around a little bit now, so maybe I'll just switch them out. There we go. Another Brett Favre. This one's from Topps. Nice gold foil. Also around this little loop swoosh here. What year is that? That is 1994 Topps, number 530. So a nice Brett Favre card. Then we got a Brett Favre rookie card, and this is a Pro Set card from 1991. Pro Set draft choice, second round, Brett Favre and the Atlanta Falcons. Still, legendary move that Packers GM Ron Wolf made to get Brett Favre from the Falcons. Not a lot of expectations with Brett, but Ron Wolf saw something and said, we can build a franchise around this guy. And boy, did that end up being true. Up next, we got one of my Brewers players, all-time favorite Brewers, 1994 Pacific Trading Company. We've got the original Prisms set. Look at that. Like kind of those disco balls in there. These catch the light so well. They just look amazing and they photograph well. I'd love to find more of these. I pick these up anytime I find them in the value boxes. They're such a great card. 94 Pacific Silver Prisms, Robin Yount, number 1. They're not a high dollar card. In fact, I had this out in my store for $2, but they sell really well because they look great. Then I got some more Packers hometown heroes. Not a lot of people out there looking for this player anymore. I don't think so anyway. But I carry some catering to Packers fans. This is a 1999 Topps Finest Dorsey Levens. Still have the protective film on it. Nice clean card there. And actually, I think I sold another Dorsey Levens in this lot. Let me double check. No, I guess not. I remember seeing a second one. I was like, wow, not every day I sell 2 of them, but I guess I did just sell one. Then I have a 2007 Press Pass Michael Vick in his Virginia Tech uni. Still good to see some Michael Vick move. He was a game changer when he entered the NFL. Unfortunately, he made some bad decisions that affected his career negatively a little bit, but really a game changer at the quarterback position. Then we have a 2007 Topps Chrome Refractor, Kurt Schilling. Really nice looking card here. I love the refractor image on that, or hollow, whatever we want to call it. We can say refractor with Topps, yeah. Schilling was a good player, has a loyal following. Seemed like a safe buy when I picked him up one day, and that proved to be true. Back to my Packers, and another player I think sells better for Packer fans than any other general NFL fan. 2008 Upper Deck Football. This is a rookie exclusives star rookie insert of Jermichael Finley. Another guy whose career was cut too short, I believe, because of a neck injury. He certainly wasn't ready to stop playing when it happened. He fought tooth and nail to try and get back, but the doctors eventually won out. Still does some things like a podcast and things like that, I believe. Very, very high energy personality, entertaining guy. If you ever have a chance to listen to him, I would encourage it. He is entertaining. As a Packers fan myself, one of my favorite players of all time. He really, in his short time, he made a really nice impact, and he was a great player. Had his career played out to its full extent, I think he would be a more common name. All right. Then we have a Zach Ertz rookie. Looks like 2013 Topps. Topps Platinum, which is a nice set. Rookie card of Zach Ertz here with the Philadelphia Eagles. You can see there's a refractor finish on that. Um, it's a glossy type card as well. Really feels good if you're into tactile of cards. Those Bowman Topps Platinum cards feel really good in the hand. They're a solid card. I'm a big fan. And then it had another Topps Platinum cell, another rookie. This one's 2014. Defensive player, which is good to see some defensive players getting the love. We got a Jadeveon Clowney, a rookie card with the Houston Texas. Then a Topps Finest, also a nice card in its own right. Another rookie card, 2014, Brandon Cooks with the New Orleans Saints. Almost like a chrome card on there. Well, not almost. It's a chrome card. Um, and then a couple more left in this large lot sale. We've got an Amari Cooper sighting with Topps Valor, which is a set I don't have a lot of experience with. 2015 Topps Valor, Amari Cooper rookie card. So you can see the rookie patch. I like the Valor logo, the brand logo there. Really nice. I would definitely deal in more of these cards if I can find them. It's something I'll have to keep my eye out for. And then last card on the day, we have Old School Colors Panini Contenders 2015 draft picks. We've got my man JJ Watt. I'm a big fan of JJ Watt. I've got a plaque downstairs with a number of cards that honor him. He played football the right way. Proud he was a Badger. You can see me rocking the Badgers gear tonight with the NCAA tournament going on. But yeah, really good player. I believe he will make the Hall of Fame as well. So this buyer was really smart to grab this card as well. The old school colors with the college unis, the back details, the college experience as well. So really nice. Like I said, 48 cards in this deal. Gives you a stack like this. Always good to see that going out the door, because that's what we're doing this for, is to move some cards, and hopefully move cards that you can get at a good price and then turn at a decent price, fair to your buyers. I always look at it as, you hear me talk about finding this card's forever home. It's certainly not going to be in a box at a card show forever, right? That's not where a card deserves to be. You want to move those. And if I can help it get from a dealer's box at a card show that's probably making the rounds, and I can put in the time to stand over a box for an hour, picking through that, and do all that work to bring it to its forever home, I will do that. And I think, the ability to flip that a little bit, with a little bit of margin on it, is the cost of the services rendered finding these cards for buyers eventually. That's kind of how I look at it. So sending this out in the morning to a buyer, again, we'll send that out in a bubble envelope, ground advantage. We'll have tracking. We'll have a little better care on that. All important things for a buyer. So that is what we've got for today. A nice day of sales, especially when you think about, okay, that all happened after 11 today. So I had a few more sales this morning. All the cards you just saw were about $150 in sales for just essentially the afternoons. Early evening. I see you've got a couple notifications again already. Yeah, I've got some more sales ready to go. So it's been a good day. It's been a good couple of weeks. Hopefully we can keep it rolling here at JC3 Cards and Collectibles. It's really a labor of love. We love picking those cards out at shows. We love going through them, making them available to buyers for their forever home, and then occasionally sharing them with you, our YouTube audience, to see what's the kind of stuff me and Stu are picking and selling. So until next time, take care of yourselves. Peace out.